Welcome once again to Mahoneys House of Horrors.
Tomorrow you don't remember my just cause you play it cool. Don't think you got this fool tonight. Alright. Don't ask me to stay. Don't think you got it made. No, no. You're wrong. Cause you can't make it anymore. I know what you're waiting for. I should've turned away and walked right out that door because I know losing to love.
Yep, the famous Jimbo scene. We're doing Friday the 13th, part 4. No, I'm not doing the Four Horsemen, but good reference there. So, Friday the 13th, part 4 also takes place just after 3 ended. You know, Chris kills Freddy. Chris, let's try that again. Chris kills Jason in the barn, and part 4 picks up right there at the barn. And once again, the police are there to wipe up the mess after everybody's bodies have been slaughtered. So, this time Jason's laying there. He's dead. They, pick him up, bring him to the morgue, and, you think that's it. But, like all Jason movies, he finds a way to come back. So we have a nice little hospital scene, and we get to see Bruce Mailer, who played in the nice Police Academy movies as Fackler. He plays a doctor who, doesn't take any of this serious. All he wants to do is watch uh, Darcy DeMoss on TV whipping her ass out. I guess that's pretty good, when you have to look at dead bodies all day. So, and you got the hots for what's her name? Nurse. Well, give me 1 second. Yeah, there's a nurse that he likes in this, and he's trying to make the moves on her, and him and her have the most ridiculous lines ever. You're the Super Bowl of self-abuse. Jumping, holy, well, Jesus Christmas, holy jumping, goddamn, holy Jesus jumping Christmas shit. What a great, whoever came up with this line, I don't know. But, so Jason comes back. Once again, spoilers. Comes back, kills both of them. Says, fuck this shit. I ain't staying in this morgue. I'm, all denting my time killing people. So now with hockey mask full in tilt now. And heads his way back to the happy campgrounds of Crystal Lake, where there's a family, the Jarvis family, living there. And they kind of make a little joke of it too, What if the psycho wanders in? Mom, we're in the country. I mean, it's... why would you live here? You know that there's murders here. You know there's a guy who keeps coming back. And you're gonna rent or own a cottage out there. I don't understand. Well, anyways, there's a cottage next door for rent. A bunch of kids. Once again, gotta find our way to add that young cast in, and a bunch of kids rented out the cottage, and we got let's see, we got Judy Aronson who plays Sam. We got Peter Barton who plays Doug. The wonderful Kimberly Beck who plays Trish. Crispin Glover, who is fantastic. I mean, he's done a lot of great movies, but he will always be Jimbo to me. Did you know his last name is Mortimer in this? Jimmy Mortimer. We also have, by the way, I remember the name. It was Nurse Morgan. By the way, that. Anyways, you also have Barbara Howard who plays Sarah, and you have who's the pretty boy? Anyways, oh yeah, I already said Peter Barton. So yeah, you have the typical conversation, kids singing little songs in the car. You have Jimbo and Teddy in the back, played by Lawrence Monason. Talking about BJ Betty, and it's ironic because when they lose their way and they stop the car, and you see Sarah looking at the graveyard, and they actually gave Mrs. Voorhees a first name. We've always known her just as Mrs. Voorhees, but so she'll forever now known as Pamela Voorhees. So we can put a first name to the lovable mother of the year. And they finally get to this place, and they go over to meet Kimberly Beck, and Corey Feldman is out there, and he's playing Tommy. We got Mrs. Jarvis, who's the mother, Joan Freeman, and they're just there to have a good old time and get away from their teenage problems, and they decide that they want to go to Camp Crystal Lake and go swimming. Once again, why? But that's not my business. So they run into the Moore girls, Camila and Carrie Moore, playing Tina and Terry, and you have some nice TNA shots there. And Tommy's like, ooh, look at this, some pack of Tootsies, huh? But you know that they're setting up for, they're trying to make likable characters. They have very strong cast. I liked Peter Barton a lot. I liked Lawrence Monason, Crispin Glover. I thought Judy Aronson was a strong. Barbara Howard was really strong. So once again, just like part 2, it's a very strong back cast. And then of course you have the poor hitchhiker, who she has nothing to do with this. Once again, nice off-screen, non-factor kill. She has nothing. She's trying to get home. She's trying to, hey honey, you got a sister? Ruff. And then we got the nice banana reference for you banana lasers guys. He's puts the banana up. She's choking on that banana. So we finally get up to the parts where Jason's saying, okay, I'm gonna try to pick up these people one by one. So after Tommy sees his little TNA, they ironically their car breaks down. Seems to be a theme in this series. Here comes Rob, played by uh, Eric Anderson, and he seems to be a strange little fellow. He says he's hunting bear, but in all the Friday the 13th movies, I've never seen a bear. So you find out his backstory. He's talking about his sister Sandra, and so you instantly reference Sandra to part two. He's interested why there's a family living up in these parts, and so are the rest of us. So he does something nice, helps them. You can see Trish is loving this guy, and um, you see, I see a lot of little Jason in Tommy Jarvis. He's a lonely boy. You can see a lot of references where you can see he doesn't have any friends. He's kind of the nerd. He makes his own horror like characters and masks, and so plays video games. Typical kid, but kind of like a loner. So you have Rob goes off, and hey, if you ever need a shower or whatever, if you ever want to see me naked, come on back. And Tommy always leaves the door open. That's a good little thing to tell a stranger, by the way. Hey, he always leaves the door open. Just go up there and take a shower or whatever. That's what I tell everybody every day. Not in our neighborhood. Tell people there's a door wide open. They're like, okay, well, we'll take your TV, your stereo, your 48-inch television, your computer. Hey, and this phone that I make my videos on. But one of the great things about living in the country is people trust each other, I guess, more. Silly people. So now Rob's out of the picture, and one by one Jason starts whacking his way through the kids who rented the cabin, and you get some great kills. Once again, the score in this is right on cue with the 1, 2, and 3. I don't think it's quite as good, but it still does what it needs to do. It builds up that kill, and especially the scene with Judy Arison out in the boat. You have that real silence. She thinks Paul's watching her. Polly, I know you're out there. And then the part when Polly finds her, and he's trying to get back to shore as fast as he can, gets the spear gun in his dick. Ow. Every man out there who went to see this theater screamed out at that particular time. So I think that was a great part. And then obviously Rob, who's hunting in the woods, hears the scream. I think people in Japan heard Paul scream. So so back at the cabin, they think nothing's going on. So she went for a swim, and he went after her, and so Jason finally gets everybody out of the picture in that cabin. The scene with Ted, can't believe that he can't score with the girl, and him and Jimbo talking, and then Jimbo the hilarious dance. I mean, I've probably watched a couple of thousand movies. I would say near 10,000, and I've never ever seen a dance like that. That is the greatest, like 60 seconds in film history, bar none. Only Crispin Glover could come up with a dance like that. So, it's sad that they had to kill Jimbo. In fact, I'm sad to see most of them go. Um, well, Paul deserved it, but um, so Jimbo goes off and proves that he's a man. He's not a dead fuck, like Teddy's little computer told him. In fact, it's like the role reversal. Ted's character is the dead fuck because he can't score, and his nerdo Jimbo, whew, bam, wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. Give me your panties. Whew. And after Jason finally gets rid of all of them, he starts focusing on the Jarvis family, and it's too bad we don't get to see what happened to Mama Jarvis. Off-camera kill. Trish and Tommy are on their way back, and everything's dark, and Trish finds Rob, and oh my God, Tommy's back at the house, and he tells her what's going on. He's like, okay, I'm not here hunting the bear. I'm here hunting something worse than a bear. Tells her about Jason, and goes back to the house, and Rob with the infamous, he's killing me, he's killing me. So now it's Trish, Tommy. The dog's like, fuck this shit, I'm out of here. Or jumps out the window. I don't think he's throwing up. Some people think he's throwing up. I think he's like, screw this. I did not stand up to serial killers. Jumps out the window. I'm sticking by it. So now it's Trish and Tommy versus someone that they don't know how to handle. And there's some great scenes in this. Like the scene when Rob gets thrown through the window, and then Trish is, oh my God. And here comes Jason barging right through the window. Great scene. And for the first time in the movie, you see Trish's strength. Because through the whole movie, she's kind of she's the sister, but she's also, a lovable character. You don't see her defensive side until that part. And then, of course, there comes Jason barging through, throws the hammer, misses her. They run upstairs. And once again, Trish does everything she can to protect her brother. She's the sister version, I think, like of Mrs. Voorhees. She has that sixth sense to protect her brother. As much as he's a nerd. So, anyways, she hits him with a TV. There's that part right there when she gets over him, and then, Tommy goes into brother mode. He's like, trash. And you see that look where Jason kind of looks at both of them. And, I don't know if, I think he obviously knew that Trish is a stronger one, so he's going to try to eliminate her first. So he chases her. Great scene where the chase scene between them is great. That boy can move. And who was that one? So you have the part where she basically told him to get the fuck out of the house, and you'd think he would listen to her, and he doesn't. So meanwhile, while Jason is chasing the shit out of Trish, Tommy's looking through all these papers and says, "Hey, I could do this. I can look like Jason." And so he starts coming up with an idea to look like Jason. And he does a great job, actually. He takes a shaver, starts cutting down his hair, looking through all um, the the clippings, good old newspapers before the internet, and comes down, tries to fool, once again play a little, like take a little page out of Jenny's playbook and use psychology against Jason. And I think his approach was a little bit better. Jason looks back at how he was a boy, and he like I said, he was the quintessential nerd, Jason. So and he sees himself, I think, through Tommy. He wants to believe that he's seeing a reflection of himself, but in essence, he's just. It was more of like I want my childhood back, instead of thinking it was him. He was just thinking about maybe he didn't have such a bad childhood. Yes, kids picked on him, but he had a good childhood, and he probably missed it. He missed it because of always worrying what people thought of him. And so here comes, like I said, here comes little Tommy trying to play the Genie card against him. And so lost my concentration there. And Ted White, by the way, Ted White was a great Jason. So sorry, it's been a long night. So here comes Tommy, and he distracts Jason enough where Trish can pick up the machete, and some great special effects in this one, with Trish hitting him in the face, and he lands on it, and it goes like right through his eyeball. And you'd think that once again it's over, and then Tommy and Trish are hugging, and he looks down and sees Jason Fingers move, picks up the machete, and starts going ape shit, total ape shit on Jason. Die, die, die. And you see the end where the cops are telling her it's pretty okay for him to have that spastic attack, because it was in a sense of survival at that moment. And they end it with the typical the 1, 2, and 3, they had the jump ending. This one went with a different approach. It went with is Tommy gonna be crazy enough now to take over Jason's shoes? Because now this is called the final chapter, so this is supposed to be it. There's no more Jason. Jason's dead. So is Tommy gonna be the next? So they leave you kind of with a cliffhanger for this one. is telling me the next Jason, and guess you'll have to wait till part 5. If you haven't seen 1 through 4, you're an idiot. But I'm gonna rate this one a big 5 stars. I'm gonna rate this as my second favorite of the series. You know, so far we have 2, 4, 1, 3. So far I love them all. Don't get me wrong. The musical scores are great in all of them. Great Jasons in all of them. Good cast in all of them. So yeah, they had a good theme going, and I like the definite cliffhanger for this one. Instead of the jump scare, they went because everybody's probably saying that, saying, "Oh, jump scare coming up," but they trick us, so it's good. Keeps everybody honest. So I think that's gonna be it for now. So 1 through 4 have been done. Part 5 will be next week, and then I'm probably gonna be taking some time off because I got a little surgery coming up. So not a little one, but a big one. So I'm gonna need some recovery time. So I'm glad you guys are loving this so far. I'm loving doing it. I've done the 1, 2, 3, 4, and I also did the Wes Craven tribute. So be sure to check those out. Go to my YouTube page under my playlist and look for Mahoneys House of Horrors, and I'll see you on the flip flop.